Good evening, teams. Just wanted to go over GU from today's sell. We sort of marked up this point of interest up here on Sunday Night's Live. I believe it's played out fully from there now. I didn't take it just because it didn't quite meet my imbalance that I wanted it to fill. I think it's like just over a pip short of, so that's a me issue, but nonetheless, it seems to have played out pretty damn good. Obviously, I had this prediction from last night. I think it was yesterday. So I marked this. I was assuming it was going to fill these imbalances and then start breaking to the downside. I'll show you why I was looking for sells as well, and thinking why that would be a good area to sort of go from. So first things first is we've got a trend line here and then a sweep and then a break to the downside below this. So liquidity sweep, break. So I'm looking for it to come and mitigate, fill imbalances basically somewhere high up in here before continuing down, because we've had breaks to the downside. We've also got structure sort of on our side. So we've got that high, low, wick high there, new low, lower low. So I was looking for price to not really break above this, and obviously these little yellow lines that you can sort of see in here are the highest 3 or 4 imbalances I could find. Pardon me, sorry about that. And obviously, as you can see there, it creates a high, and now it's possibly heading down for a new low. It might not reach all that way, but if it's going to keep in with its current trend, then a new lower low is very possible on the cards. So I will get into the nitty gritty of this. So I'll change time frames. I'll delete that because that's sort of irrelevant now. Turn on the Asia session. So I'm just going to bar replay so you can see what I was thinking at what time. So I'll play it just before that first imbalance is that one of the higher imbalances touched. So obviously we've got, I don't know if you can see that, I can see it in mine, but obviously we've got an imbalance line here and we've got an imbalance line here. So I'm looking for one of these to be filled and then show a 1 minute reversal, change of character, order flow shift, break of structure, whatever you want to call it, but you want to start seeing lows being broken on the 1 minute for me anyway. Obviously you can have your own confirmations as well. I'm just trying to show you that it's just obviously the price is reaching a previous swing high, so it's a high probability sell area. Obviously if it takes the final and highest imbalance and then starts breaking candles to the downside, there is a real good chance that it's going to be not just a quality move but also a big move. Like I say, it's very possible that it's going to hit a new lower low, and if not, it's still going to go and possibly mitigate the lower low or that sort of area before then deciding to come up higher maybe. But yeah, so I'll just play it from here anyway. I'll do it on the 1 minute just to sort of show you, and I'll talk through what I'm doing or looking at. So just shy of the imbalance there, fills it just shy of that imbalance there. It doesn't quite reach it anyway, but obviously I'll play it a few more candles and you'll start to see why. I possibly should have taken it still, but rules are rules for me. I had a genuine I didn't take it because I genuinely thought that it could come and just fill this pip and a half of imbalance still. But that's trading. They're not all for us. But with that sort of said, anyway, obviously it's created a new high, and this is the low that I want to be broken here. So I would be looking at price coming, breaking below that one, changing character, and then obviously from that point I would be looking for an entry. So we'll play it, see what happens. Gets close. Yeah, I'll be happy with that. It's body closed below and wicked below that. So at this point, if it had have just literally touched that imbalance, I would definitely be sticking a pending on at this point. So I'll dig deeper and we will try and find an entry. So obviously we're looking for sort of like the highest imbalance. I'm not keen on this here. There's maybe the tiniest bit in there, but that wick down here, that's possibly imbalanced, but it's so small. I don't think, just off the 1 minute alone, I don't think that's what we're looking for. It doesn't lead to any damage as well. It doesn't break this low here. It don't cause anything. So not interested in that. This from this high possibly to this low does some damage, taking these lows, but it doesn't look to be anything major. No major imbalances left. So obviously we're looking for imbalances from pretty much the wick high over here up until the point that it closes below. So from here, anything that's live, which went from this low here to the high, pretty much the highest imbalance, but the one that's doing something as well. So what it's doing and how it's doing it is important. So straight away, I'm just going to delete that one. Straight away, this imbalance here is looking pretty tasty. So based off the 1 minute, that would probably be my entry. Plus, obviously, you'd allow for spreads, slippage, broker changes from feeds. Pardon me. I'll just drop down lower just so we can have a double check. The 1 minute's more than enough. I obviously go lower because I'm me. But again, it's looking pretty good. We don't really get too much above. This looks to have filled that. This looks to have filled all this up here. So I definitely think we're in the right sort of area. I'm just going to drop to the 5 just to maybe see if we can tighten this zone up a little bit here, because it's quite a big zone for me anyway. 2.2 pips. I mean, it's not that big, is it? Let's be honest, but straight away we've got a little bit of imbalance up to here. So I'll delete that one. So that's now the new entry, because we've got a little bit of imbalance in here. We've possibly got a tiny bit in here, but again, it's not anything out. I don't think I'd be too concerned about it. I mean, it's BPR, I suppose, but I'd just to be on the safe side, I would be keeping that as my entry. So that's imbalance. So let's say we would draw our pending that. Keep it nice and tight. There. So allow there, so 1.1, let's go 2, allows for a bit of spreads if you've got a decent broker. Just go back up the time frame, so I can, pretty crap. And then from here, obviously we're expecting a new lower low overall. I'm not saying hold it, okay, reach is that small. I'm not saying hold all the way for this lower low. It might happen, it might not, but let's find some decent closer targets. I think that's the main thing. So I think that was, I forgot to delete that one. That was a target, but we've got, if we start looking down here, so we've got a decent imbalance in here. That would be a positive. That would be a TP area. We've also got, that might be spread hour, so there's a market changeover. So maybe not aim for that one. I'll mark it anyway, I guess, but see here. I don't think it's reached this far down yet, but again, I'll just be marking liquidities are targets. Does that work? No, not good enough. Imbalances down here. We've got here. These imbalance fills that I'm marking as targets, these are more than likely areas where price would stall if you was holding it anyway. So obviously if you are wanting to learn to hold, just be expectant that these big imbalance fills and trend lines that are obviously maybe give you a third or fourth touch, it will react off of them. So you'll get consolidation around them, or they will absolutely get smashed and then possibly reversed on, sort of thing as well. So yeah, like I say, just expect a little bit of time held around them, sort of thing. But for now, obviously, that would be like one of my first TPs, which is, as you can see, is 30R. And then from there, we would just wait for the trade to play out. And as you can see, it plays out to a T. As long as you don't touch it, obviously. I think it would have been alright for spreads at that second Newsweek, but I don't know. As far as the market goes, it worked out pretty much bang on, so. We'll go 15, speed it up from there, because I don't think much happens after that. There you go. So, possible 38R, just shy of. Just filled this imbalance here, possible little imbalance here. So, like I say, I probably expect a little bit of sideways and retracement from it, which it's doing. But yeah, that's it, guys. It's just pretty much the exact same video as before. It's filled an imbalance in a high, done a 1 minute change of character, mitigated the highest imbalance in that, and then selling off. Obviously, it's the same for reverse, but it's just the same thing, rinse and repeat. Just keep doing one thing, master it, and you will be there as soon as you can. Cheers, guys. Thank you.